Hey folks, Quilly Team here, and welcome to some more Let's Play of Europa Universalis 4 as Savory Savoy, or whatever it is we're calling Italy these days. Font's getting bigger. Could still get a little bit better if we can. Now, I think, and I apologize for the fact that there have been a couple of days of no videos. It has been a very, very busy few weeks with all the games that are coming out, and all the Flight Simulator stuff, and everything like that. But hopefully, we can avoid future gaps like that in the future as we continue to rip apart the world here as Italy. Feeling pretty good. I think I ended the last episode with talking about really trying to cycle truces to prevent coalitions from embiggening too much. Because I think we are going to be going into pretty aggressive expansion. Not to be confused with expressive expansion, but aggressive expansion. Over here. So we've got all our troops moving out of France, getting in position. I think that's going to be okay. We are currently very overextended, but, okay, here's the thing. I was going to say, this shouldn't be a problem to start a war right now, but if any of these provinces, which are being... Oh, you're not being cored, but you are. Now, okay, Spain doesn't have anything on that. Over that. Okay, because if we had any contested territory with Spain, then the coring would be paused during the war, I believe, which would be pretty poor. 11 days until we get a diplomat. We want to wait for all our troops to be on the border anyway, I would say, so we can go ahead and unpause. We are, of course, going to have some issues with some cranky separatists, but hopefully they'll get settled in soon. I could consider waiting until all of our fortresses are done. Where's that? Yeah, there's all our fortress construction here. But it's going to take too long, and I don't think it's actually going to matter in any substantial amount. I think everyone is more or less spreading out, although you're not. Badly attrition or you being. Well, it's not great to do some readjustment here again. And be a bit much. Oh, I was gonna reorganize my troops too. What I could do is put everyone in one spot, which might be the easier way to do it. Just eat a little bit of attrition for a second. If I go here and say conform to template, this is probably still fine. One group has gotten it and the other one has not. So what I'll do is I'll move you, who have conformed to the template, all the way down to Barcelona. Gonna be supply limit problems. I mean, not as much as it looks like there, because these guys are still moving out, but still. Now these guys over here, I can do the same thing, get you to conform to a template, and then move you out to Girona. Wait for a few more to arrive, just because I don't want to construct anything if I don't have to. That will fit just fine as well. Conform to you, move over here. Our combat width may have changed, a few things may have changed, but it's not going to be. You're going to do that, go over to Bordeaux. Oh, there you go, so you're not slightly short on cannons. Ah, which actually, you're legitimately slightly short on cannons. So I will do that, which will start some construction. I'm going to leave you guys here. The extras, I'm just going to pull back over there. So we're still being attrition here, but I think we can eat a couple of ticks of that. That's going to be all right. Let's get into position. Actually, I'm going to move you to here, and we'll be ready to go. Our ships are oot and a boot doing trade protection over here. Okay, well, first of all, stop you into the next province. Thump. Let's take the galleys out of here. They obviously can't really do anything. I'll just park them randomly over there, more or less. I think with you, I'm going to give you a mission to hunt enemy fleets here. And I'm also going to change your repair. If you have any damage, dock. I want to do this 97% stuff. Get it nice and clean. Okay, we're in a position. So let's verify. If we were to declare war now, Spain, Scandinavia, and they rule over some stuff. And that is it. Pomerania won't come in, but that's okay. We're going to go for Imperialism because we're most interested, while there's, I mean, we can still do colonialism stuff. And it's very cheap to take colonies, like super cheap to take colonies if you start with a colonialism CV. But we're going to go with Imperialism, which is still going to be cheap because our priority is really taking more territory over here. All right, let's go. Or it is. And you're going to move on to the fort. You are going to split and do kind of one of those. That's going to be fine. You're going to move down to Valencia. You badly do we want to split up? For now, just advance thusly. Make a wall. We'll get sight of their units, and then we'll see what the deal is. They have half the troops that we do. Whether they're even here or if they're overseas or something will be a bit of a question mark as well. There we go, catching out some of their fleets right away, which is really nice to see. Still no one. I'll feel a lot better about advancing once we have Labor over here. It's being caught. You know what? If a battle engages there, it is. Although this is 6 of their lights and 12 of our galleys, and this is an inner sea stuff. It's actually gonna be fine. It's like, oh, I could deploy my dudes, but I really don't have to. We haven't captured anything that should be split off. Yeah, so you can just sit there and do a full repair. That's gonna be okay. We've got that and that. I mean, we're not gonna get any sort of opposition back here. Oh, is there a fort here? Really? No. No. Maybe I was reading foi, or something in the tooltip was about, maybe it was movement related to the fort. I felt like I saw the word fort, and I was like, hold on a second. Now, these stacks are way too big to be doing carpet siege stuff. This seems actually fine. Maybe what I'll do then... Wait, what? Argus is blocking... Okay, so I can go into Soria. From there, I can move from Soria into a province with the fort. But I can't move from Soria into a province with a fort. Why? Why can't I move into Madrid from here? I mean, the fort in Toledo isn't doing anything. I think the fort in Burgos, maybe because it's a real fort as opposed to a capital fort, is protecting Madrid. That's weird, man. Alright, that's going to be fine. So what we'll do is... Apparently we won't surround here. Well, that's going to be blocked by that. Pretty legit. I know, like, I'm lifting this siege over here, but these sieges don't matter. They're not worth any war score, really. They're not a big deal. We can pick them up with a mini stack. I'm going to start advancing through here with those guys. We'll just guard the siege in Burgos, because it is hilly, and it's a little bit more forward, and bad things might happen. Okay, well, we're going to overkill that. I might want to split these stacks a bit more to prevent some attrition. Oh, yeah, and one of these, I think you over there with the 67, you were owed 1 extra cannon. Get up to size 25. So let's send you that way. I guess we could blockade that, but that's going to be fine. Still some repairs being done over here, which is okay. You are going to move here. You are going to move down here. Already got someone going there. Excellent. You will move to Aragon. Thank you very much. Overseas holdings and things, but that's okay. We're going to go straight for all this core territory. That's going to be fine. I guess we're going to split up some. Still, we're losing so much to attrition compared to everything else. Maybe I should split these stacks up a little bit while we're just sitting around, but... Looking at go to these places. Does it totally make sense? Where to do with my 66? Go there. There, pirate raids, da-da-da-da-da. More protection against pirates at some point would be nice. Or we could just eliminate all the countries they come from. They're doing some work over here, which is fine. I mean, yeah. Like, we might have to start doing some overseas-y stuff at some point, but for now, we're okay. Right, you're going to go there. You're going to go to Madrid. Can you go to Toledo now? Yeah, because we can go right through. It must be because it's not a real fort that some of the mechanics are weird. Although, would I have not been able to get to either one? No, that's dumb. I'm going to stop you from taking anything. Well, they might. I suppose... Oh, you can get down there. Well, that's interesting. Portugal's not in the war, but apparently... oh, you know what? No, I'm not going to upgrade you. If we lose these galleys or whatever, that's all going to be fine. Okay, so you're repaired, so you're going back into auto-hunt behavior, which is nice. Siege of Madrid is done. Makes sense that it was very fast, of course, because it's not really a real siege. Maybe what I'll do then is not that. Move you to Barcelona. I'm going to bring the ships over here. We're just going to drop you off via shipping. What I'll do is I'll bring my galleys here to help defend these guys. I can always bring my big fleet over to challenge us. In fact, it might be a good idea. Yeah, because they're not set to guard the Mediterranean. Be nice to cover multiple areas, sort of like EU4 style, you know? I might want to just actually temporarily give you a mission to hunt enemy fleets in the Mediterranean. There seems to be a lot of work for that. And I will actually change you to slightly damaged, so you don't necessarily instantly repair all the time for things. Let's merge you up. That's going to be okay. Let's actually take you out right now to do this, because what I want to do is I want to move these guys. Land them over here. Siege of Valencia is over. It took a little while. That's okay. You can take your time. We're going to do fine, my poor little soldiers. We're going to move over there. Okay. Boop that. Transports are happening. Siege of Tlemcen has been lost. I think because it only hit the level 2 fort. I think we were building the better fort there. Or maybe it was one of the ones we hadn't gotten to. But whether or not we'd started it, it wouldn't be done at this point. Alright. Troops have arrived. Hunt these down. Do some force march over here. That's possible. These guys are definitely going to be trying to run from us. Force march. You're going to catch them there. Well, I'm going to keep the full movement anyway. Sometimes if they're set to arrive on exactly the same day, and you don't actually get the fight that you expect. That does happen. There. Ancha, you're there. You're going to go there. Here. Okay. Done and done. And turn off the force march. We'll take that. Aledo's done. I guess what I can do is split up and do a bunch of carpet siege. Point. Not going to get as much war score from these, but we may as well do it. Convince them to end. National unrest, lose prestige. Well, we'll take the prestige hit. We're capped. We actually still have a lot of passive prestige gain. And not only that, there we go. Not only that, but we're going to get prestige in all these battles. So I'm totally okay with that. Are you... Wait, are you set to blockade? Hunt enemy fleets. Ukrainian. I might have set this guy to blockade instead. And he's going to go repair. I mean, it's fine. It's not like we're worried about babysitting this anymore, but it's kind of annoying. Here. You're done, so just do a bunch of split-offs again. There. There. Split. Go over here. Split. I think I'm already sending someone there, but that's okay. Revolt. Oh, Russian peasants are revolting. Wait, do I actually not have vision over Russian territory? What? Huh. Now that is interesting. Oh yeah, can't do it at war. Oh, can't do it with a subject nation either. Interesting. Weird. Confusing. There. That. Nothing else to do with these guys. Cores are done, which is good. Of course, we want them to be done before the war ends. Sure, we'll do a little bit of conversion over here. Oh, right, because these guys are all reformed. And now we're about to take a bunch of Catholic over here, too. So there's actually some... We're going to do some actual conversion over here because it represents territory that we are likely going to keep as actual states as opposed to trade companies. Wait for that to finish. So, if we zoom out, so there's still Scandinavian. Of course, there's all their overseas stuff that might be causing certain issues with it. I think what probably happens, France is now completely sieged up with Thuringia. I think what's going to happen here is we are going to swing over towards Scandinavia. So all these guys who aren't currently sieging anything, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you... regroup over here. It's a fairly high supply limit, and then we can reform things. And then any armies that aren't sieging and aren't moving, I'm going to get you to move out here at the same time. Oh, there's a big one over there. Actually, you are already correctly formed, so while there's some slight risk, I'm not really concerned. Oh, there's not actual access rights over here. Now that is slightly unexpected. Let me bring my fleet together. First, I'm just going to send them over here to see if we can catch something. No, they're going to go and camp out. Lose admin, lose prestige. We'll lose. I mean, I think we're fairly high ahead of time on admin, but we are going to do some coring here. And we're not actually at +3 stability, so it could turn out that... make a slight change. Up over here. Get on the boat a little easier. If we max out on admin power, we can just go to +3 stability, and we'll probably actually have some good value that here. All right, 69 transports, nice. Oh, and you're done here. Actually, maybe what I'll do, is there's not really anything for me to do down here. Territory of Spain there. I mean, grabbing that would be okay, but whether or not we siege it doesn't make a difference. So I'm going to suggest we really don't need these troops here. So instead, what I'm going to do with my ships is I'm going to get them to dock here. Come on, thank you. And now I'm going to ask for this guy to be dropped off right onto there. Thank you very much. I want my whole fleet together, because in case Spain's got a bunch of ships hanging out over there, that would be annoying. Okay, so conform to this template, move over here. Conform to this template, move over here. And then actually, fly limits, these aren't our own places. I mean, we can set up little camps and stuff, but what I'll do is, yeah, set you up over there. I'm going to set you up over here to wait. Are you on the west coast over here? No, not with enough supply. Although, it would still save a little bit of time for the ship stuff, so it actually might make sense to send one over there. Siege of Leon finally done. So what we're going to do is we're going to split you up into little bitty pieces and send you out over there, and over there, and there. I think that's all of it. May as well do it. So how do you feel in there, Spain? Still medium. That's amazing. New Castile's down to low. I wonder if something my colonial nations are doing, or if it's something, if they're in another war. Any of it is possible. So I'm going to park in Barcelona, but then I'm going to put you on rebel stomping duties throughout all this, because there's a very high chance that we'll get some cranky people, and that's not going to show up in my list like some of these other things. Now, still coring, presumably, hopefully okay. Spain occupying some stuff over here. Not really anything I care about. Sieges here are not something I'm terribly caring about either. Say yes to some of these things, it's going to be fine. These movement rights. Okay, where's my fleet? Oh! Okay, as I say, oh, you're done. You're not moving, but no, you're still unloading. And we took some more attrition hit. We've lost about 100k dudes in this war, probably almost entirely from attrition. I'm being very loosey-goosey about things, which I shouldn't be, because I need to preserve my manpower for so many upcoming fights. You're standing there and being attritioned. Move through there. What I'll do is I'll do this until it's time for you to actually move. Quarantine the port. Tell people to self-isolate. Trade company problems lose a ton of points. That's a lot of points. No, we'll just... I mean, we do have some points to spare, but... Come on, within reason, right? How long does it take to get here? Jeez! Unload faster, please. It's once we get a toehold. Maybe I should have taken Stada first. Because then I'd be able to land ships here. Yeah, almost certainly. Now, once you're landed, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break off, say, 3 infantry here. Do that. Stada. And land over here. Okay. You're chilling there, you're chilling there, you're split up, and honestly, that's probably fine to keep the attrition away for a little bit. You over here, we're going to do automate... Oh, I can't auto rebel bust in just occupied territory. Okay. Use this one to do some rebel busting here, because these guys are still a little cranky. It would be nice to minimize some of that crankiness before we get to whatever comes next. Fuck. Alright, good for you. Alright. Treasure fleet and many cores. Were there any cores that didn't get done? No, we're at 0%. Awesome. Fantastic. Okay. That's where we want to be. There we go. Full occupation done. These ships have arrived. Let me take you. And I guess, you know what? We really can't work our way through here. Like, we could land here, but what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you to land here. We'll take that very quickly and then go after the fort. Into Mexico. I have 32k troops. Am I still subsidizing you? Yes, I am. Right, I got a bunch of money again, although I could send some gifts to these guys, maybe. Hurt you. There's a lot of buildings and things I want to do. We also, I think we're still below our naval force limit and possibly our ground force limit. Now, I don't know if there's much point in building more ground stuff right now because we're not at our manpower cap, but it sure as hell would be nice to cap out our ships. France. Conflicts. Owned islands. Alright. Gonna land there, yeah. You're there. Currently blockading as well, so that might help get this siege tick. Done. That. Excellent. Okay, so these ships can come back now. Oh! I don't think I would have gotten a message either because they weren't my rebels. But that's incredibly scary all of a sudden. We'll be fine. We'll be able to reinforce. Then there's these guys over here too. Which I should be able to do that. I don't know if they'll group up or not. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just meet up here, group up with everyone, and then go and make sure to smash them properly. Not a terrible idea. Meanwhile, you're supposed to go here. You don't actually have to help with any blockades. Battle of Asturias is done. Done. Go here. Actually, which I should have done right away. I should have detached the siege and went. At here, I'll have to send... You know what? I don't need to bring more people over. All I need to do really is get my ships in there. Let's just do that. You guys can go back to just separating out so you don't attrition anymore. Okay. Spain doing a bunch of things down there. Yeah, if we bring the pain to Scandinavia, we should be able to peace out. Getting to 100% might be a little awkward because of all the colonial holdings all over. But that should work out anyway. Merge. Stomp. Go. Done, done, done. No, no need to tax. Not that I really need the points either, but I want to make sure, especially since I keep making some of my colonial visions, or colonial holdings bigger and bigger, we may not want to overdo it. Plus 20% siege ability is going to be gorgeous for accelerating our siege rates. We're still well ahead on military technology. I suspect we'll go ahead and just finish our offensive ideas. I mean, the discipline boost is so good, and actually this morale recovery speed is really useful. There are being attrition here. Split a little bit. Try to keep it in limitations. And once the ships arrive, we can start walking through here once that is done, which is now the case. I'm just going to split you in two and do those two while I wait for ships to show up. Scandinavian flagship sunk. Oh, right here! Big naval battle. Hey, hey, hey! Did just lose our admiral mid-fight, which is maybe a little annoying. Because we're losing his roles. We might have lots of Diplo power. Yeah, we're gonna reroll our admiral here. Rinja, truce. The truce notifications are mostly worrisome. Interesting. Told you to dock here. Then could I assign a general? Anyway, the truces are maybe concerning for coalition stuff. Ah, yeah, there we go. Yeah. Now, you know, I don't need a fantastic general. I just need a general. A non-specific general. That's all I'm looking for, you guys. Okay, group up again, and then you guys group up here, because you're going to have to walk through. You have siege pips? No. Heresy. Who's got the most siege pips? The answer is really no one. But let's do that and move you there. And then you are going to move there. The other 33k are going to stay behind. You guys are going to what? Split. And I'm going to move you away. You, in the meantime. Would you be okay staying here? Yeah, 50. So you're going to be okay. Good. We'll keep you around for some rebel busting. And you're not going to be attritioned for this is all done. Grab the island, do that. May as well repair damaged ships here. That's a lot. And where are you going to go? Oh, you're going to go all the way to Our actual territory. Well, luckily there's no more real sea battles going on over here. Very, very helpful. You are pretty heavily damaged. We did capture... Oh, did we merge with those other galleys? Yeah, oh, that's right. We did at some point. Well, I don't want to send you back alone. You're maybe a bit of a I don't know, detriment, but you are useful if we're going to fight in the seas here, which there might be some. But the worst damaged ships we may dock. Here? Yeah, there we go. Move up here. As soon as this goes... I mean, we could transport some guys, but I'm going to wait for this to drop and then march through. Like that. So you're going to come through, and Russia's been doing a number over here too. Go to Stockholm. Actually, where's your capital? Oh, it is Sealand. Oh, there it is. Okay, for some reason I couldn't. I hadn't noticed the crown. Thought it was just a regular fort. Okay, I know that's fine. Then speaking of, do you have any other forts here? I just sent you to Stockholm because I thought it might have been. No, that's already taken, right? No, it's not, but it will be taken by some very attrition-y Russians. Alright, let's just split, and do that. And you guys don't need to be here. I'm going to park you here. Will you repair when you're here? You are repairing. So I guess the default behavior for the auto-repair is to go to actual own port to do it. But there's no reason we can't repair over here, so we may as well. Maybe it's not as quick, I don't know. Go through, do that. Ships over here, but that's fine. Nothing going on over here. We're all good. You are still rubble busting, which is a-okay. I guess we could do some drilling. Because why not? Great Advisor goes. Actually, we have a lot of conversion to do. I'm going to take the missionary strength guy. That's going to be really useful. We have tons of reformed. We're about to grab some Catholic, theoretically. I don't think I'm going to separate piece out Scandinavia here, because if we did, we'd probably lose some war score progress. So I'm just going to do a single piece with Spain directly. Like, we might be able to get more if we piece them out. I mean, all we'd be asking for is war reps and more cash. We've got plenty of that. I don't think I'm interested in breaking anything. Ooh, Alvaria is very expensive to do. Got a lot of development as part of it. I mean, sure, we'll do it, but maybe I'll start with some of these others. You're going to go there. You're still repairing over here, slowly but surely. I'm not separate piecing out with Scandinavia. I'm not going to get a ton of war score from taking their stuff because there's no forts over here, but we may as well do a little bit of that. And presumably we're still getting ticking war score. Yeah, we're still getting a good amount of ticking war score from holding the Spanish capital. So I don't think there's any reason to peace out yet. There, go there. As I say, I don't want to go too thin, but it doesn't really matter. It'd be nice if Russia maybe did more carpet sieging rather than the big bulk sieging it's doing. Shipbuilding and ship costs. It's actually... Oh, and we're nearly capped on diplomatic power. Well, I think it's going to be a pretty easy decision. We're going to go and promote mercantilism a couple times, make sure we get below that list. Now, we're getting close to admin. We are going to do a bunch of coring. And I'm wondering... I'm actually going to go ahead and do this. Because the stability cost increase changes with your overextension. So I'm going to boost the stability first. Which is good for money, good for anti-rebellion as well. We're going to go ahead and do that before we go and take on a bunch of new territory. And we're getting very little war score for sieging this. But we've got nothing else to do, really, while we wait for ticking war score. We will... Actually, maybe now... Let's take a quick look at what we could get from Spain if we pieced out, because we might be limited by other things. First of all, it might be convenient to just get these islands out of the way, so we don't have to worry about sieging them again later. I think we can all agree that would be kind of handy. I want more coast for more ships. Also, this gets me control over here, gets me a naval presence in the Straits of Gibraltar, which extends my naval range as well, which is really useful. Alright, so that's my limit of what I'm allowed to take right now. We wouldn't be wickedly overextended. Coalition would all be fine and manageable stuff. Of course, we could also take a bunch of overseas stuff for much, much, much cheaper. But our priority is really expanding over here. So I could wait a little bit more, and I think that would be fine. I don't think there's anything that says, you know what, we just have to peace out now, so we may as well wait for a few more percentage points of war score. Maybe what I'll do is I'll split you up a little bit further, and then we'll send you here, and send you over here. And this is one of those times where I really wish we did have Imperator-style automation for some of these units. How's the fleet coming? It's coming pretty well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you to hunt enemy fleets in the Baltic, first of all. Oh, are you still repairing something? Maybe. You know what? Just come here real quick. Base production for draperies. Ooh, that's very nice. There. Oops. Ships moved. Got some buddies. Some Russian ships. Oh, are you coming to here? You are. You have a fort. It's only level 2. There you go. We have enough cannons on this one. Right. Let's just do this. And let's give you a general with a siege pip to go and do this, please. Thank you. I missed the fact that there was a fort on Gotland. Sorry, were there separatists over here? Oh, yes. Hey, not my territory, so I didn't get the actual pop-up. Disputed succession in France. Yeah, well, we're not going to be able to do anything about that. So you're going to... Actually... Maybe the boats are still repairing? It didn't want to finish? Could be. Do that and then stay there. It'll blockade to help with the siege, but it'll also will catch all these ships after they're out. Now, winning battles will only give me war score against the primary person, which is fine because that's what I want. Oh, that's a lot of rebellion here. Now, if I did peace out at the right time, we could leave these rebels active in Scandinavian territory, which actually seems kind of fine to me. Doesn't it? Kinda does. Now, they might not be able to unsiege this before war, which would be good, because this is worth a lot of war score right now. This, they will unsiege because there's no fort, but it's not really worth that much, so it might be okay. Let me... Oh, we are going to lose that. Do that, and then return here. Leave the transports behind. Oh, I'm already locked. Damn it. Okay. They actually might just get in the way. Alright. Back you go. Split off the transport so we don't accidentally do that again. And we're not going to tell you to auto-repair because who knows where you'll go. Well, Russia's fighting these guys. Well, alright then. I guess that's what's going to be the case. Get everyone together sort of over here. Elfsborg. Where the elves live? They have a world tree? I don't know. I don't know how elves work in Scandinavia. All I know is that they are big fans of Eurovision. Don't get in their way. A lot of ships here. I don't know where they'd go if we... actually might not want to take Holland yet. Yeah. Let me just walk through. Without taking it, because they might retreat over there and they'll give us a second time at cracking at it here. War score is going up. We did lose some war score somewhere along the way. I think. It probably has to do with occupation somewhere else, maybe? I don't know. Siege of Gotland is done. Let's take out these ships, and then I think maybe then we'll peace out. Armagnac, take that. That's still all being held. Got some ships over here. It's not even a full blockade. I don't know if they get war score if it's a partial blockade. Well, you must, because you're blockading some of the provinces, right? Maybe? Something like that. Oh, I guess my transports are still involved over here. I mean, they're going to try to avoid taking any frontage. And we're actually having a really hard time getting our ships positioned over here. And I think a big part of the reason is we've just got too many of them. And maybe not as good enough of an admiral for what we'd want. Dock there. I was assuming they're going to come over here. Ooh, we have some pretty damaged ships. Actually, don't know where they're running off to. Oh, Bornholm! Right. Okay, go there. Come back over here. I might have to manually separate out the damaged ships. Yeah, I think that might be... Well, okay, let's see. If I tell you to detach damage, that leaves us with... Yeah, it might be okay. We'll land over here. This is going to be really fast. I'm going to try to get my transports out of there as soon as my guys are dropped off. This video's gone a little bit long. Okay. One sec. I really want to do the landing here before I forget. We can lose recruitment time. That's not an issue that I care about anyway. Okay, there we go. So take the transports, dock them, say, over here. These guys, yeah, the ones who are fixed. I guess I can tell you to repair damage again. There we go. So we can put out some healthy ships over there. This will happen very quickly. We'll sink these ships. Okay, so we will put a cut in here. Okay, we're back up to 76. We'll get a little bit more war score from doing this as well. These guys are moving, I think, to redo this, which I can give them a moment to. In fact, the Russians might be coming to smash them again. We'll just go in there. That's going to be okay. All right, and then we'll be ready to peace out relatively soon. Folks, thanks a lot for watching. I'm going to see you guys next time. I'm just going to move these drilling dudes, or at least I'm going to tell them to stop drilling. Because I'm a little worried if these guys decide to move here, we might have a hard time. They're not separatists, though, so I don't think they will. Anyway, see you next time, folks. Bye-bye.